guys. Okay, so it's Taylor. So today I'm going to talk about awkward teen moments, or just awkward moments in general. So, first of all, one awkward moment that I know like everybody always talks about, but it's awkward. So teachers should stop doing this. It's when some kid next to you has a question and the teacher comes up and talks to them, but they stick their butt in your face and it's just, their butt's in your face. Just like, get your butt out of my face, dude. And it's, no. Okay, and then another one is when you have the loudest laugh out of the whole group, or the most crazy laugh. I have a loud laugh, and it's, it can be loud, and it can be really weird. Like, I'll snort sometimes, or it's just, I have a weird laugh. And then, like, you'll be laughing with all your friends, and then everyone just stops, and you're still laughing, and they're just staring at you, and you're just laughing like a crazy, like, hippo or something. Like, it's just, you're the weird laugher, I guess. It's awkward. And then, another awkward moment is when you and all your friends are sitting there talking, and then someone says a joke, and you're just, everyone's all, oh, haha, so funny, but you don't understand the joke, so you're just sitting there like, ha ha, funny joke, but like, you don't even understand the joke, and then like 2 minutes later, you're like, oh, I get it now, and yeah. And then, when you fart in class, everybody knows how embarrassing farting in class is, because everyone stares at you, or people like laugh, or like after class when the bell rings, they'll go in to their friend, like their little group of friends, and go, oh my gosh, so-and-so farted in class today, and it was so funny. It's embarrassing. One time, me and my friend were talking, because I was in history, she was sitting in front of me, she turned around, we were talking, we both had our history books on our desks, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to fart really bad, but I don't want to, because it's embarrassing. And so she's like, I do too. So we both had to fart. And so then, and she's like, oh my gosh, maybe if we drop our books, we fart when our books drop. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going to do this. Okay, sure. Because she was like, I'm going to explode. And I was like, oh my gosh. But, okay, so because she got this idea off of, like, Twitter or something. So we're both like, okay, ready? We're going to drop our books. I drop my book, and you drop your book. You drop yours right after I drop mine. So I drop mine, she drops hers, and then we farted. After we got everybody's attention from dropping the books, once the books dropped, there was no more noise, then we farted. It was embarrassing. I left. I was like, oh my gosh. I got up and I walked out of class. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, next one is, okay, so this happened a couple weeks ago to me. When you're left alone, when you are left alone in a line, and if you were like awkward, because sometimes when I'm alone, I get awkward and like antisocial. So like I'll sit there and I'll just stand there. I won't talk. My face is like, it looks like I'm mad. But I was at the fair with my friend, and she saw her friends that I didn't know, but we were in a line to go on a ride. And so she's like, just stay here. I'll hurry and go talk to them, and I'll be right back. It's like, okay, you know, I didn't think it was going to be weird. And then there were these two guys in front of me. Anyways, so she goes and talks to her friend, and she's like, I'm just going to go say hi, and then I'll come right back. And so she has this huge, long conversation with her friend. And I'm just sitting there in the line, texting her, come back. This is awkward. Come back. And she's like, I'm coming in a minute. And I'm like, okay. And then this guy turns around to me and goes, hi. And I'm like, dead-faced. Turn around. I don't even say hi. I'm just awkward. And then later on, I was like, I'm sorry, that was weird. I'm just kind of awkward. Hi. But he was like, hi. And I'm like, turning around. And I looked at the ground and I texted her. I was like, someone just said hi to me. Come back. So she came back, and then we went on the ride, and then it was all good. But, another thing is when you're in class and you're just sitting there and you're doing who knows what, you're just distracted, or you just don't know what the teacher's talking about, and then they're like, so, like if your teacher goes, any questions? And nobody raises their hand, and then she goes, Taylor, do you have a question? No, I didn't raise my hand. I didn't have a question. Or when she asks a question, or he, whoever, whatever your teacher is, when your teacher asks you, asks a question, everyone is raising their hand but you, or someone is raising their hand over in the corner, or even when nobody raises their hand, but she calls on you, and you have to answer the question, and they're like, and you don't even hear the question, so you're just like, what was the question? Or you're just awkwardly saying, no, I don't know what the answer is, I didn't raise my hand, but they call on you anyways. Stop doing that. When you see an adult, and like, when you're at, like, a family reunion, or whatever, and you don't know someone, and they come up to you, like, oh my gosh, hi, do you remember me? I knew you when you were a baby. You're like, oh, hi. But you don't remember who they are, because you knew them when you were a baby. So you're just awkward. Yeah. Because they're all like, oh, hi, you were so cute. I remember when you were, like, this big, and you're just like, hi. Who are you? And it gets awkward. Okay, I don't know if anyone else feels awkward about this, but it's just, I feel awkward about this. When someone compliments me, like, I'll just be sitting there and someone will come up to me and be like, well, it depends on, like, the compliment. Usually, like, if it's about, like, if someone comes up to you and they're like, oh, hey, you're super pretty. You go, oh, thanks. You don't know how to reply to a compliment, you know? Like, I'll be sitting there, and then my friend or some random person comes up, oh, hey, your shirt's really cute, or whatever. And you just go, thanks. I like your shoes. I guess. You don't really know how to reply to that. Like, how do you reply to a compliment? You just be like, oh, thanks, I know, right? Because then you don't want to sound vain, but you don't want to be like, oh, no. Because you don't want to not take the compliment, because they complimented you. But yeah, okay. So the last one I have is when you are in your class, you have no friends in that class, and everyone else has their little friend group. You're just you. You've got no friends in that class, and it's awkward because when you have to pick a partner, you're like, oh, please make the teacher pick partners for us. Don't let the students pick their partners, because then you're alone. You're like, I don't have a partner. You know, it's awkward. So, but like, you'll be sitting there and everyone's talking to their friends, and you're just sitting there alone, and you're just like rewriting the notes you just wrote, or you're tracing over it, or you're drawing the little tornado thingies, or like you're just drawing or writing stuff down, acting like you're busy when you're not, because it's awkward, because you have no friends in that class. It's just weird. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have like any ideas for videos I should do, leave it in the comments below. Have a nice day.